Hello class, this is a video tutorial on transformations of functions. This is just a continuation on transformations. In the previous video we saw that we could translate, reflect, and rotate functions using function notation. But in this video I'm going to do another example on transforming what is not a function. So let's apply the listed transformations to this here. Just so we get a visual of what this is originally a circle at the center of 1, -3 with a radius of 2. So let me draw this up. Whoops. There we are. So the center of the circle is at 1, -3, and the radius of this is a radius of 2. Okay, and I'm here to demonstrate and show an example of how it's possible to transform also expressions that are not functions. Here we go. If we want to translate this function 3 units to the left, we still let x become x plus 3. Okay, so wherever there's an x in the expression, so here's the expression, we have the first bracket -1 with the x here. So inside there, I'm going to let this become x plus 3 all squared, and the rest will stay the same. Evaluating the inside of this, we get x plus 2 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals 4. And just to visualize what this did, the center is no longer 1, 3. Let me copy this out actually. It has moved 2 spaces to the, 3 spaces to the right. So its center is now actually at, center would now actually be at -2, -3. Okay, let's do this now. Let's move this circle 5 units up. Still very similar with that y equal y minus 5. So wherever there's a y in the expression, we substitute. So here's the x values. That stays the same. Whoops, sorry. That stays the same because there are no y expressions. And then now this y is now going to equal y minus 5. So y minus 5 plus 3. All squared equals 4. Evaluating each part, we get y minus 2 squared equals 4. So now what this would look like is the following. You would have moved 5 units up to, and its new center is now at 1, 2. 1, 2. Like so. I actually just realized this is not an accurate depiction. It should be down like so. There we are. And there we are. Let's do one more transformation. two more transformations here. Let us shift this circle 5 units to the right. Now for shifts to the right, we let x equal x minus 5. So it's going to be x minus 5. And the original was minus 1. So x minus 5 minus 1 squared. And everything else stays the same. Plus y plus 3 squared equals 4. Evaluating, we get x minus 6 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals 4. Hope you can imagine what this looks like on the graph, because I'm going to just move along here. For a shift down, we let y equal y plus 2. So this will become x minus 1 plus y plus 2 up here in the top plus 3 all squared equals 4. Evaluating each bracket gives us y plus 5 squared equals 4. So those are translations or shifts. Now let us do some reflections here. Oops, I just copied the original expression just so that we can see it closer here. So to reflect along the y-axis, we let y equals negative y. This will give us x minus 1 squared plus negative y plus 3 squared equals 4. You can think of this also as x minus 1 squared if we factor out a negative plus a negative y minus 3 squared equals 4. Okay, considering that this is a circle, we can disregard this because visually, I'll draw it up here. Visually, if the original was as shown, like so, a reflection along the x-axis would mean the y values have not changed, but the negative 3 will now be a positive 3, like so. Let's do this the same way along the y-axis. We let x equal negative x. This will give us negative x minus 1 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals 4. Factoring out the negative here, negative, actually no, here we go. We think of this as x minus 1 like so. If we factor out a negative from here, so let's look at this first bracket, we get negative x plus 1. This next one we get also times negative x plus 1 plus this expression y plus 3 all squared equals 4. These two multiply, become positive. leaving us with just x plus 1 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals 4. And now if we do the same to both, because a rotation about the origin, we let x equal minus x and y equal minus y. So taking our function, our expression, minus x minus 1 squared plus minus y plus 3 squared equals 4. Once again, we can think of this as negative x minus 1, negative x minus 1. Here's my first expression squared, plus minus y, minus y plus 3, minus y plus 3 equals 4. Factoring the negative out on both, so negative x plus 1 times negative x plus 1 plus negative y minus 3 times negative y minus 3 equals 4. These two negatives will become positive by multiplication, leaving us with x plus 1 squared plus, same concept, these two negatives will multiply to become a positive, leaving us with y minus 3 all squared equals 4. So our final expression will be as follows. So this was a little bit more difficult. I hope that gave you an insight into applying translations to non-functions. Best of luck. See you in the next video.